Guys, I was not going to vlog today, but today was really tough. It was really tough. You know, we live in a nation where they they say that we're equal when we know that we're not. We've had countless instances where that very fact has been proven to not be true for us as black and brown people, that we're not equal to our Caucasian um, counterparts. But what I witnessed today when the Trump supporters stormed, breached the security of our nation's capital. The nation's capital. Is there no bottom to the disrespect that has been shown in recent years under this Trump administration regime and influence? My heart is hurting. My heart is breaking. I just don't understand how it could be okay. Nose ring, guys. How it could be okay that you could collectively gather people around and say, we are going to go and not just in the area of, but we're going to climb up the stairs, not just on the stairs, but we're going to stand in the plaza of, not just on the plaza, but we are going to actually go and be at the front door, not just at the front door. We're going to burst into the Capitol building, not just bursting into the Capitol building, but they actually went into the chambers where our elected officials who make the rules and carry out the rules and desires of each and every electing human being is staying at. They had to flee for their lives wearing gas masks and be held up in an undisclosed location for their very own security because of an individual who has proven time and again that he has no respect for process. He has no respect for persons. He has no respect even for himself, his own family. And that is just flooring me. Flooring me. I was at work about to jump out of my skin, like literally I couldn't even function. I was about to jump out of my skin. This was just too much for me. Like, I'm trying not to be emotional, but when I tell you I am pissed off, because this is definitely one of those instances where race matters. For not so many short months ago, where it was a scheduled, publicly known scheduled protest for Black Lives Matter, there was a sea of security available. I mean, anyway, in the first place, we're in the nation's capital. You mean to tell me that there are like 5 police officers just around just in case something jumps off? Do you mean to tell me that not so far from where the President of the United States is, there's not just maybe 12 squad cars available just on call for those folk alone? Do you mean to tell me that where all of our senators are, that there is not enough security in that building to protect them? Is that what I'm hearing? Because what I'm understanding to be fact and what I saw today was completely different. There were people literally hanging on the scaffolding talking about animals. Who are you motherfuckers always calling a damn animal after what I saw today? You have no right to call anybody an animal ever again, because what I saw today is what the epitome textbook definition of animalism is. Acting without any degree of civilization whatsoever. Whatsoever. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. I'm disappointed. I am pissed off to the highest level of pistivity, because if it had have been a collective of black or brown people, this would not have gone on for as long as it did. It would have been shut down immediately, and I know it would have been immediately shut down. Excuse this, I was going to bed and I was like, I can't let the night go by without addressing this. So excuse me. Let me take this off. Because you guys, whew, it's just too much. It is really just too much. I'm just sick about it. I'm sick about it. Someone had on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, that said Civil War, January 6th, 2021. This was planned. This was planned. And do I believe that this is the end? I do not believe that this is the end of that. If you will go to the extent of going to the nation's capital, bursting in the door with weapons, oh, no less, no less, no less, no less, no less, yes, with weapons, all of that, weapons, and approaching security and daring security. I want you to do something to me. Like, I saw that in some of those protesters. Like, please do something to me. They weren't afraid. That's the devil. Like, what do you do with that? Where do we as a nation go from here? Where do we go from here? Because you've now proven that you have no bottom. You have no, this is too much, this is too far, I won't go there, I won't do that. You've already proven that none of that exists for you. They went in there prepared for what? Because what were you going to do? The level of disrespect to sit in the seat of the majority leader, to be in the majority leader's office. Like, who the are you? Who are you? Who are you with your entitled selves? Who are you? Oh, I'm so over it. I'm over it. I'm the first person to say that as a United States citizen, that we need to do better to take care of each other. But what I saw today is a whole nother level of disgust that I'm feeling. A disdain for the entire process. I'm just so angry, sick and hurt at the same time. And then someone loses their life. In any other instance in the court of law, when individuals are in the middle of the commission of a law, and I'm messing up this verbiage, but you guys know exactly what I'm saying. When you're in the commission of a crime, and if someone is killed, even the person that's committing the crime with you, because this was treasonous, they were going in to overthrow the government. So this is treasonous act. But every single person with whom they can get their hands on needs to be charged with the murder of the woman who didn't have no business with her ass in there either. She shouldn't have been there. She shouldn't have been there in the first Mickey Vicky place. So now she's dead. Now she's dead. And every person that was within the sound of her voice needs to be going to jail, charged with her murder, just like it would be with the little black boys and little brown boys that are out here in the street committing crimes. And if one of them gets shot or in the process, or dies in the process of their crime, they're all charged with that person's murder. 6 in one hand, a half dozen in the other. You can't do one thing over here this way and another thing over here, because as much and as long and as it continues to go on like that, it's only going to make it worse. And what happens when there's a pressure cooker and somebody on accident purposely takes the pot's top off? Everything in that pot splatters everywhere. It's a disaster. If you're close to it, you're going to be injured because it's heated matter. Guess what? This is heated matter. And people are getting hurt. A person is killed. My heart goes out to her family, maybe. Because if they are down for this too, I don't have sympathy for you. Because how dare you think that you could just go and do the things that you... What are you doing in there? This is not even visitor day. Now, how stupid are all y'all? You guys are all collecting together. We're in an MFN pandemic. But your hatred and your disdain for your own government because you didn't get your way means far more to you than your own security and health in this pandemic. What is wrong with people? Help me to understand, because I'm so confused. I'm confused. I'm confused. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Because I'm not going to be on here long because I'm getting tired. I've had a long day. This has been so draining for me. So draining for me. Guys, just make good decisions, because the decisions that you make, they affect everybody that's around you who loves and cares for you. Whomever you are, there's somebody out here who loves you. There's somebody who's going to be upset should something happen to you. So if you don't care enough for yourself, then care enough for that person or those persons. Because this is stupid. Okay. May the Lord bless and keep you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May he lift up his countenance upon you and give you his peace. Peace. Be good to each other, guys. We can disagree and be okay. We can disagree and be okay. Have a good night.